Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. The action has already started.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Great chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Kawasaki Frontale finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's off and running. Oh, that's a key interception. First quarter of an hour gone. Kawasaki Frontale trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind.
It's Eto'o! It's bounced back off the post. That's an imaginative pass. He's on it, can he get away? Raul. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Kukçu. Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Raul. Beckham is wide and looking to get onto this.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Substitution.
Quality ball. Pau Kubasi kept his eye on it, and he's there. João Cancelo. And he's picked it up out wide. Kawasaki Frontale have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Kawasaki Frontale with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, good spread. Beckham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Raul. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Kante gets good distance on it. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. The boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Arsenal go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Played into space out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Kawasaki Frontale appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Arsenal are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And here's Raul. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kubasi. Kawasaki Frontale looking to pass their way through. Beckham receives it in a wide position. That'll be a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Beckham with the short one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's found a way through.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Oh, good-looking ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Some resolute defending there. And it's Kukçu. Not the most convincing of passes. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 23.
So, time for changes
Junior.
on both sides, actually.
Number 21, Darwin Núñez. Number 10, Eto'o. Coming on the field, number 14, Kvaratskhelia. Number 11, El Hadji Diouf. Number 20.
Oh, didn't catch it right.
Substitution in progress.
Kvaratskhelia.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Aimed beyond the defence. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Kawasaki Frontale really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Two
João
added minutes
Cancelo.
has been indicated.
Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Knocks it into space. Kawasaki Frontale
Could have here their final chance.
all hands on deck for this one. Rice plays it short. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Your
Hello,
final
everybody,
thoughts, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
One of our fan club members.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. So that's got things underway.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who were able to do that at the highest level like him.
This is Del Piero. And the shot! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Messi. Vieira. Vinicius Junior. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Vieira. And this is Van Basten. Can he finish? He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. Arsenal really could have done without this. Courtois will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. He can't put it away.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Szoboszlai is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Messi tries making a foray down the right. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Van Basten. And Del Piero! He's done very well to get to that.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Eto'o. That is a great pick out. Newcastle upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Beckham. Here's Vieira. Vieira. That's a good ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Del Piero. Del Piero. Rodri. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 11, El Hadji Diouf.
Here we go again.
To replace him is...
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Over to the left. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well,
Van Basten! Bellingham. Eto'o. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Conte. Ambitious ball here. And it's made its way to him. Well read. And the danger is averted. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Vinicius Junior received shot, surely! Sticks it away! Arsenal are level.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
62,005.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's been caught napping. It'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Closing in. Chance for a shot! Oh, what has happened here? Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. Newcastle are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
Can he finish? Oh, should have put that away.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Not the most accurate pass. And here's Vinicius Junior. And that has been clubbed away. And smartly reclaimed. Tries to play it through. He's beat and he shoots! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 10, Eto'o.
We have
Coming
got
on the
changes
field
here from
is
both sides, in
number
fact.
20,
Arsenal
Johan
take
Cruyff.
the lead.
Substitution.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, no half measures from here.
There will be 3 minutes added
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's had it taken off him. Koundé makes the interception. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
And an exciting one too.
Kvaratskhelia claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco van Basten to be the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything he did was pretty much perfect. His positioning, his movement with and without the ball, the ability to receive it and turn away from defenders. And don't get me started about his finishing.
For sure, a name to strike fear into the hearts of goalkeepers everywhere. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Robson attempts a clearance. Good effort from distance. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, that's ambitious. And he comes up trumps again.
Kukçu really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Quarter of an hour played. Great vision. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Walker. That's good running with the ball. David Villa. And he's away. Shoots! Bellingham gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Van Basten. He's had it taken off him. Nice looking ball. So it is still 0-0. David Villa. Drive, shapes to shoot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Santos really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cruyff. Cafu. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's in on goal. It's Van Basten. Oh, he's hit the bar. Pass somewhat off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
There will be 1 minute
And he's there to get it away. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Please report to the staff
How's the
room
first half
immediately.
compared with your expectation?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. The action is back on the way. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Can he finish? It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.